Hi, we're live on YouTube. It is Saturday, July the 20th, 2024, and welcome to the Rich Lieberman Media Pulse. A lot of people comment and have commented in the past, both here and around the market, beyond, about the fact that I do a lot of ripping. I do a lot of criticizing and ripping, as they put it. And I've used that word also myself. And I do. I do. I'm very critical. I'm critical of myself. I wish there were things that I could do better, but that's not about me. This broadcast is not about me in this instance, many instances. But, folks, as I've often said, I am also complimentary. And I know a lot of people out there think that's all I want to do. I want to rip because, that's what draws viewers and all that. And I have to repeat ad nauseum, I do not get paid on clicks or hits. I get my money to continue this on donations and contributions, whatever, however you want to term it. This is what I talk about. I give you a forum. I try to provide news and scoops and my own takes on things and entertainment and lively back and forth. Okay. I want to compliment, as I have often done, but not lately, KPIX, also known as CBS News Bay Area. And what I have to say is that while there are things that I don't particularly care for in their news delivery and news content, I give them credit for trying new things, for trying to adapt to the environment that we all live in this day and age, with all these alternatives, the internet, television, streaming, uh, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Twitter, X, all of this. Nobody has any kind of cohesiveness. We're all so all over the place. So I give PIX credit, namely the general manager, Scott Warren. I've never met Scott Warren. Heard about him, that he's a good person, that he engages with staff, that he is interactive, he talks back with viewers, he takes a lot of constructive criticism, and so forth. But most importantly, he is a people person. And I understand why now. Because what I've heard, the general tone from some of my sources at Channel 5, CBS News Bay Area, is that Warren is at the forefront of all the innovation taking place. And look, I've called some of it gimmicky. I've called some of it sophomoric, but I've also said that what they're trying to do and to compete and to have a presence in all of this electronic warfare that we have, and I say warfare in friendly terms, is innovation and trying new things. This virtual weather deal. I've kind of I'm laughing now, I'm chuckling. I kind of like it now. I think it's sort of cool. And I sometimes, and not that long ago, mocked the fact that a lot of PIX's anchors, all of them, are standing and they're walking and they're doing new things and all that. And I thought that was kind of gimmicky at first, but now I kind of enjoy it. And they're still giving us the good news and the bad news and the depressing news and the innovative news, speaking of innovation, but it's enlightening. And they're doing something different. Different. The key word is different. And look, everybody has a feeling about good, bad, indifferent, what have you. But at least they're trying. They're trying harder. And their personnel is better. I commented to somebody the other day. I saw Ryan Yamamoto, who I've ripped repeatedly here, criticized. Some of it not his doing, his voice. I don't know what's taken place with Ryan Yamamoto, but his voice sounds different. I don't know, maybe he's drinking coffee. I don't think the guy looks like he smokes cigarettes. In any event, I like Ryan Yamamoto right now. He seems to have found a different type of personal setting. So I'm going to give him credit. I like what I see. But back to Warren. Scott Warren is the general manager, and he has local pedigree. He worked at KTVU in news as an executive producer, as producer. He worked, I think, a little bit, I believe, with Kevin O'Brien, the powerhouse general manager programmer who used to be at Channel 2, KTVU, and assorted other Fox stations. But Warren has blended in his enthusiasm, his cohesiveness, his ingenuity, and I don't use those words lightly, at KPIX. Now, look, they've had issues with reporters and people leaving and disappearing, but I don't know. I haven't found any kind of stick mode as to why that's taking place. I mentioned the other day that Lisa White, who's Pix's news director, maybe has a little bit of too hard of an ego. That I don't think is the case. Look, the woman has lasted almost 30 years in local Bay Area news, so she must be doing something right. And from several of my other sources at Pix, the cohesiveness, the atmosphere inside 855 Battery is fluid and nice. People seem to be having a good time. There's always going to be people that are disgruntled. That's the nature of the beast. That's called life, right? In the world, especially in places like television. And even in this kind of fractured environment, which television news finds itself in, the fact that CBS Bay Area and CBS, the O&O here in San Francisco, they own many stations, one here, that they're trying things. I give them credit for that. And they try harder. And some things work. A lot of things work. Some things don't work. But they have at least done something different and new. And if it sticks, that's wonderful. If it doesn't, well, you try. And I hear, and this is on the horizon, probably to debut in the fall, they have a lot of things in store to give you really good quality news presentation. I just hear there's a lot of things that they're working on that they are indeed going to present. So that's first and foremost. And that, again, points to Scott Warren. I'd like to meet Scott Warren one day. I wonder if he'll give me time, but I've heard good things. And look, the position of general manager, you're going to piss a few people off. It's the nature of the beast. Any boss is going to piss off people, right? Because there's decisions that have to be made that inevitably are going to rattle the cage of others who don't necessarily buy into the program. That's life in the world, right? That's why it's hard to be a politician, because no matter how good you do, whatever you say, whatever you do, you're going to piss off roughly half, or mostly half at least, of your constituency. So you try to blend in, you try to bring some creativity and ingenuity and saleable kind of initiatives that work to the betterment of your product. And again, I give Scott Warren credit on instituting that. Now, here's the potential bad thing about that. CBS in New York, they call it BlackRock, the old institution that they named it. I'm worried that maybe New York would want to hire this guy back and make him an executive wherever, back in New York or maybe another market. I hope he stays in San Francisco. But reputation, news that I've heard, the scuttlebutt, the inside industry chatter is that maybe CBS wants to woo him back to BlackRock in Midtown Manhattan. We'll have to wait and see. That's kind of the blessing in disguise maybe for Scott Warren, but I hope he doesn't want to leave the Bay Area. Maybe, and I'm not saying outwardly, this is not news, this is just a gut feeling that CBS always wants to hire young, up and coming, as they see it, and industry people term it, execs. Because let's face it, CBS, the Tiffany Network, right? BlackRock, 52nd Street, all that genre. The fact that they have these execs out in San Francisco and the Bay Area, and I'm hoping again that this is just scuttlebutt, but if they want somebody badly enough back in New York, then they tell them, hey, or she, come back here, and we want to youthify. Did I just make up a word? I did. We want to youthify 52nd Street. We want to make CBS look younger, seem younger, become younger. And that's not just on television and their various platforms, but indeed amongst their executive staff. So here's hoping that doesn't take place. Again, never met this guy, but I am told that he's a people guy, that he tries to meet with almost everybody, if not everybody, at 855 Battery, and that the atmosphere at CBS San Francisco Bay Area seems to be very, very smooth. So it is Saturday. If you have any kind of feedback, questions, answers, I'm going to try to, if I can get contributions, donations to my way, institute maybe a written blog that you guys like called Ask Rich Lieberman, where I take questions and try to give you my answer, my inside dope. If I know, I certainly will tell you. We've broken stories here. Don't you like it how I say weave? What a stupid thing. Anyway, it's me. I am the staff here, folks. I do everything. I report. I try to get down to the heart and soul of the story. If there is a story, I do background and research, and I'm responsible for all the things that you see and love and admire and hate and, kind of crucify every now and then. Please make a donation. Any amount is quite helpful. Where does the money go? It goes to me so I can pay for all the expenses, the electronic expenses, the cell phone, the, YouTube, my ability to pay for phones and internet, all that stuff, time, money, staff. The staff, you're looking at the staff. So please help me. I will personally call you back or email you back or both. Or if you don't want to be bothered, I will respect your privacy, as I have always said, just to thank you for allowing me to do what I do. I know some of you can't stand me. Some of you are sort of indifferent. Some of you like me, but you come here for information. And I'm here for you, Bay Area. For you, always has been, have been, will be, God willing, dictated by your donations and your contributions. So thanks. Have a great Saturday. Seems to be cooling off in various parts of the Bay Area. If you're watching live, hello. If you're watching beyond the country, away from the Bay Area in San Francisco and Oakland, welcome aboard. We run every day here on Rich Lieberman, the Media Pulse, here on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.